Hey gamers, new mold day. You guys are going to want to check this out. It's a 4-inch tube mold. It's from Anglin AI. It's a double dip tube mold and it's pretty unique. And this is what's unique about it is, let me show you real quick. The mold itself here, it has the rods that go into the area where the tube goes, where you inject here and then it fills out through here. But with these rods, you see those little grooves in there. There's a edge right here, so I can set the rod to go like on this last groove, and what it does is it creates just a normal, what I would say a normal tube depth all the way around through here. But you can also, if I move this back to that other notch, which all these are, now it creates basically a 1/4 inch thicker head right here, to where if you wanted to Texas rig it or somehow put a hook in there, it's got more plastic that's going to be there for that hook to go through and hang on to. So what I'm going to do today is I got this mold set up to create that, thicker, a 1/4 inch head part, and I got this mold here set up on that back notch to where it's going to create probably what most people would consider a more traditional mold, or a tube that will, you could insert a tube head all the way up in here and put the eye out. It's going to be interesting to see how they come out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to heat up the plastic, mix it all up, put these together. I'll be right back to inject it. All right, we got the plastic heated here. Threw some red flake in it. It's basically some roadkill color. We're making for some beaver baits, but I did throw some red in there for the first run through the tubes. This is my first run with the tubes. I've never used these before, so we're gonna see what happens here. Interested to see how much plastic it takes and all that good stuff. Now these molds are cold. I didn't heat them up beforehand, or warm them up to some extent, but each of these molds holds 5 tubes, 5 cavities. And then we are going to have to cut the tails. It doesn't have a tail spline in there like I've seen a few other molds have. But Anglin AI makes a great product, and just from having other molds through them and the quality of the product that comes out of them, I went ahead and stuck with these. So we'll show you cutting. Oh, I'll cut them tails for you too. But really interested to see how these come out. As you can see, the how those rods kind of stick out the back side of them there. This is going to be the one with the little bit thicker head on it, and this is the more traditional one. But we'll let those cool. Check back with you when they're done and we're ready to cut the tails. All right, we're back over here on the workbench. We're gonna take these out. Like I said, this is the first time I've used them, so I have no idea how these are gonna come out. All right, so this is the ones, the normal type of head on the tube. Let me pull them off there. Looks all right. Now I did put worm oil on the rods prior to injecting. Those do have to be oiled, so we'll see how this slides off. Really easy. Nice. So let's take all these off. Set that aside. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Hopefully you can see that that red with that roadkill type of color on there. We'll hold them up to the light a little bit better here once we get all these off. All right. Yeah, those came out nice. Nice top to them. So we'll set those to the side there. Keep one of them out. So I'll cut one of these here in a second. Let me get these other ones out. Try not to get them mixed up. Yeah, we just got finished with the Kentucky Fishing Expo in Corbin, Kentucky, put on by Pittsburgh Marine. It was a nice expo, our first one like that. So it was nice getting out there. We got to see Larry Nixon, meet Larry Nixon. That was really cool. He's a super nice guy. Gave us some tips and tricks and backstories of how he got started and so forth. It was a fun time. The kids really enjoyed seeing a legend and talking with a legend like that too. So, all right, so these came out really nice too. Yeah, you can definitely feel the thickness in there compared to more traditional. You can squeeze in that one just like you would a normal one, and this one is definitely, you can feel the thickness up there. So now, cutting these, I'm not sure if we're supposed to wait for these to cool, or my guess is probably so, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut one. Now, my understanding is you're supposed to put a little worm oil on the surface you're cutting, and I am gonna get a cut in one of those plastic cutting boards to do this. And I ordered this tail cutter from Fusion X. It's they have a website. I don't know them, not sponsored by them. They have two sizes of their cutter. I think one is a 1 inch wide, one is 1 1/4 inch wide cutting, and they have 3 different spacing options for the blades. I think the spacing options were 0.06, 0.08, and 0.10 inches in spacing. I got the medium one, the 0.08, and just the 1 inch. I think I got the 1 inch. No, I got the bigger one. I forget. Well, I have to see. Anyway, let's cut it and see what happens. You're supposed to oil these two, I think. Or I'll probably just oil that. It's the same effect. And let's just give it a go. These do have a little marker in where you know where to cut it, or where to start the cut. Like I said, I've never done this before, so kind of learning together here. So you can see how that gets in there nice. I think a normal cutting board would do this a lot better. All right. So it's nice and oily. Oh yeah, nice. Not bad. That one kind of tore a little bit, but yeah, that's a nice width there. Not too thick, not too thin. I think that'll work out nice. But anyway, the whole goal here is to kind of get a sense of, that plastic, that it comes all the way back to here. So that's how much of a solid piece of plastic is in the front of the nose of that particular tube. So, depending on what a person's wanting to do, will drive, which one they may want. But anyway, as far as the color here, I'll try to show you that real quick. It's a kind of a roadkillish type of color, and with that red flake in it. And then the finished product here. with the skirt. Yeah, piece of plastic in my hand. I cut it nice. So yeah, we can work with that. So anyway, product review. I really like the tube mold from Anglin AI. This is the 4-inch double dipper mold, and first pour through it turned out great. No complaints there at all. I'm just gonna have to practice a little bit with the tail cutter and get a little bit better with that. Actually try to get the kids doing that part so I don't have to. I can keep injecting the molds and the kids cut the tails, or vice versa. But anyway, check us out on our website, agamecl.square.site. We'll eventually get these tubes out there, in some different colors. If you have any colors that you want, and you can definitely message us through Facebook. We're on Instagram or our website as well. You can submit an inquiry through that. Once again, agamecl.square.site. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.